Hey fish people, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at a botanical that you can add to your nano tanks, or any sized really if you want to, and that is of course Cholla Wood. So Cholla Wood is made up of a bunch of small holes and is for the most part hollow through the center of it. So it's going to provide a lot of natural places for lots of nanofish and shrimp to hide in and get away from other people and just feel protected and sheltered. Now, you do have to be careful with some of your bigger fish. I'm putting bigger in air quotes there. Things like your beta fish or even some guppies and other fish will try to get up in there and they're not going to fit as easily in the middle. Now, I've heard some horror stories where people's betas have gotten stuck in the middle of Cholla Wood because they try to get in there like they do with a floating log or other logs, and they just can't fit. They can't compress their bodies enough to get through those things. So you have to look out for that and be careful when they do try to get inside. And for the most part, I do try to keep these out of beta tanks, but I have used them. How do I use them if I'm worried about my fish getting stuck? What I do is I take it and I cut it straight down the middle. Now, I don't mean middle, in the center where you're going to have two smaller cylinders. I mean straight down the middle, so you're going to have two semi-cylinders, almost like a coconut husk when you get that half coconut look. It's going to allow you to still have the Cholla Wood in there, but it's not going to get the fish caught in it. Now, what I also will then do is I will take an Anubias or a Java fern, and then I will glue the rhizome to the top, or try to stick the roots in there so it gets, a nice hold. And then I'll just semi-bury the wood. That way they can root themselves, but the rhizome is still up top. So I'm still going to get the benefits of that wood breaking down and releasing the tannins. I also get a nice spot for my rhizome plants to root themselves, but I don't have to worry about my fish getting caught. Now you're going to notice a lot of shrimp keepers are going to put these in their tanks for two reasons aside from the hidey places. It's going to create a surface for this biofilm to grow, which is going to create a natural food source for your shrimp. And it's also, of course, going to release tannins into your water, just like an Indian almond leaf is going to, or the almond bark, or your elder cones, or other botanicals like that. So the Cholla Wood's going to give you those tannins in your water, which are going to give you a antibacterial and antifungal goodness. It's all natural for your fish. Cholla Wood is, of course, a softwood, so it's not going to hold up as well as other types of driftwood will. So it is going to break down, kind of disintegrate, almost like the leaves will. Can take anywhere from a couple months up to a couple years, depending on the size and thickness of the wood that you're putting in your tank. Now, I like to put this mostly in the shrimp tanks, but like I said, I do also put this with beta fish as well if I modify the wood, either by cutting it straight down the middle, or if you want to go a different route, you can take a drill bit and bore out the center, but I would just cut it so that you don't have to worry about your fish getting stuck at all, because that'll also, of course, cause the wood to deteriorate faster. Now, aside from fish getting stuck in it, the only real negative is that it takes forever for Cholla Wood to sink. You can, of course, speed this process up by boiling your Cholla Wood, or what I do is I'll fill a 5-gallon bucket up with boiling water and then weigh the wood down with something like a brick or a rock, or even I'll take some airline tubing and get two no-clog air filter stones and just stick those on either end, and that's enough to hold it under the water. And it's also going to help that if for some reason the Cholla Wood was sprayed with a pesticide when it was still a live plant, that's going to help it all leach out into the water, and then you don't have to worry as much if it goes in your tank, and then you got the pesticides floating around in your water. You can, of course, get these in a small nano size, or I've seen big, giant pieces of this where it's just the full dead husk of the cactus, because that's where these come from, and people just stick those in their tanks, and it looks really cool. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, remember to leave a like on the video. And also, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Cholla Wood in fish tanks.